we have a responsibility. And I think also being from a different ethnic background, we sort of have this default state of being the go-to person who knows about our backgrounds. Being in a chaplain role and having that, I think, responsibility, but also ability, since we're constantly learning and trying our practice and everything, to serve as that bridge for communication, to serve, to live by Freemasonry's principles by example, right? I think that's really critical. I don't know so many Hindus who are Masons. Masonry is big in India, but it's really a lot of expats or well-connected brothers compared to the population. And I think part of understanding and sharing this fabric is shared experience. I could talk to brothers in my lodge about what I experienced, but a lot of them wouldn't understand because they come from a different background. We can always compare and contrast, but they're not going to see it from my angle sort of natively, right? So finding brothers, or at least serving as a touch point for brothers in New York who come from the same background or similar backgrounds, right? Perhaps Jain as well, right? Being able to kind of share and facilitate that, and oftentimes sort of translate concepts that exist in other religions for those brothers as well, can help pave that path for clear communication, I think. That's something that I find pretty critical. Another aspect, I think, is also it's sort of the understanding of how do we talk about this, right? So as an example, in the podcast, you won't necessarily see it, right? But I have a forehead marking that I'm wearing right now. It's white ash from my personal practice. It's interesting because I meet people, and I only started wearing that, a handful of years ago, daily. People see it, they notice it, but they are often hesitant to ask about it. But brothers tend to be a little inquisitive. They do push a little bit, and they'll give you all of the verbal scaffolding, right? I may not know the right term. I'm sorry if I offend you.
The long runway, yeah.
I like that, the verbal scaffolding. I like that.
But they will ask, and when we talk about it, they come away knowing a little bit more, but they also come away seeing that it's not so strange compared to what they might be used to. And so I think as chaplains, as folks who are in line with that ultimate peace and connection with the divine, that level of patience and understanding, like the exemplification of what we should do as brothers, extend that benefit of the doubt and help folks come up with the right language, not feel upset about, not being able to ask questions, being clear in that way. That facilitation, I think, goes a long way so that we can bridge those gaps.
Oh, absolutely.